So a little while ago, I put out a video discussing the benefits of SoundCloud and MixCloud. And the conclusions were pretty clear. MixCloud is the best place to put up DJ mixes. SoundCloud is the best platform for uploading original content so that you don't get copyright strikes and you don't get banned from the platform. And it is exactly the same situation today. MixCloud is still the #1 place to upload your DJ mixes online. They have now extended that so you can upload your tracks as well. Before, it had to be some kind of radio show, podcast, or mix, but now short form content is accepted on the platform. Now, when MixCloud first started, it was really accessible, enabling DJs to upload an unlimited amount of content onto the platform, meaning that beginner DJs and more experienced DJs alike could create a huge portfolio of work on their profile, showcasing it to whoever they needed to show. Now, a few years ago, MixCloud introduced MixCloud Pro, which was a subscription service. If you were on the free tier, you were still able to upload an unlimited amount of shows, but the Pro tier introduced live streaming, which came around during the lockdown, which was absolutely fantastic if you wanted to live stream and do club sets from home. Absolutely great. However, the Pro tier has now started to add even more features, and the free service, which we all knew and loved about MixCloud, has become even more limited, including a limit on the amount of uploads you are allowed to put on the site. If you're now uploading on the free subscription, you are capped at 10 mixes and 5 individual tracks. If you upgrade to Pro, it's going to cost you £9 a month here in the UK. That's about $11 US. And you get access to uploading an unlimited amount of mixes, an unlimited amount of tracks. You get access to live streaming. Your mixes get converted into high quality audio, so they're not as compressed as on the free version. And you can also monetize your channel as well. So you can ask your users or your followers, your fan base, to subscribe for a small fee to your profile each month, and that unlocks extra features that you choose to supply your fans with. Now, having a pretty comprehensive Pro subscription service, I really don't have a big problem with, because websites are costly to run and maintain. Obviously, MixCloud are dealing with copyright and paying artists as they should do. They're constantly developing new features. So I get it. They have to pay the staff, they have to pay the artists, and therefore I don't really have a problem with the creator paying for the service. Now, my frustrations with MixCloud actually stem from the listener experience of the site. Now, just like the creator side, there is a premium service which a listener must subscribe to, and there is a free service. However, the free service is pretty much unusable if you're using it on a regular basis. Not only are there adverts for listeners, there is also a cap on the number of mixes or tracks that you can listen to in a 14-day window. And there is also a cap on the amount of times you can scrub through a mix. So you can't search through a mix to the more enjoyable parts for you in an unlimited capacity. So therefore, if you want the full experience, you're going to have to pay for the premium subscription, which is affordable. It's £5.99 here in the UK. That's about $6 or $7 US. Now, whilst MixCloud Premium for listeners is pretty affordable, you have to remember that you are up against Apple Music and Spotify, where the listener has absolute control over what they are listening to. It's very, very easy for a listener to search for a few tunes, put them on their playlist, and away they go. As a DJ, you're uploading a mix into MixCloud. You are self-selecting the tracks that you want the listener to hear. And yes, you are showcasing your art, you're showcasing your talent, your portfolio, but you need to have a pretty compelling mix. You have to have a really engaging mix in order to keep your listeners on the platform, which in my opinion is pretty difficult to do. If you're looking to monetize your page, so adding in an extra subscription level, again, it's going to be pretty challenging to do unless you already are very well established or are giving your listeners a really compelling reason to subscribe to your profile. So in my opinion, yes, MixCloud has to generate revenue, completely get that. That is not up for dispute here. But my frustrations with it are that it's not very friendly for the listener experience, which means as a DJ, it's going to be quite hard to grow on this platform unless you are already very well established and you have some kind of following, in my opinion. I think for the future, MixCloud, what they should really do is have an unlimited amount of plays for listeners and an unlimited amount of scrolling through mixes as a free standard feature, and then maybe just have like a YouTube advertising model whereby you get served a certain amount of ads during, before and after a mix. I think that would be a more sustainable option. If you are a DJ looking to grow, try and invest your time on MixCloud wisely. Be under no illusion, it's not an easy platform to grow on. It is going to be quite tough. There are hundreds and hundreds of live streams on here that I see that don't get many views at all. So it is quite tough. And I just feel that MixCloud could be doing more to entice more listeners into the platform. I feel like there's a lot of barriers up there. I don't necessarily disagree with charging creators for having unlimited uploads and things. I knew that was always going to come, but I just think that it could be more accessible for listeners, especially with the likes of Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, all of the other platforms which give more control to the listeners. Let me know your thoughts. Are you a regular user of MixCloud? Do you find it a good platform to host your mixes on? Have you got a big audience on MixCloud? I'm genuinely intrigued to know. I still think it is the best platform for hosting DJ mixes on, regardless of if you're going down the free tier or the paid tier. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments down below. If you haven't checked out my SoundCloud versus MixCloud video, that is up there for you, and I will see you next time.